wasn't on my computer table anywhere until like suddenly I was like,
welcome.
Sorry.
Once again, to Conscripted, episode 41. Bella's lost her phone.
42.
What? No, 41.
Last session was 41.
Hold on. You better not be right.
41 and a half.
I have last session is no. It's doing that. It did that thing again where it cut out one of the sessions. Thank you. That's really annoying because now I have to remember to update that when I fix this. Oops, did it push out? Hold on. God damn it.
Oh, that's not even the right.
Hopefully that pushes out. Anyway, episode 42. No, stop that. Stop that. It's not going to come through clearly. Stop that.
Path of Exile. What? Is that an actual
It's a magic
gathering card?
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so when last we left our party, what were they up to?
We had just been Elizabeth's coronation.
We've just
we
been
had a big
debunked.
drinking fest.
Whining and dining. 6v1 debate on Aravos.
Yeah.
Having a lovely night.
I actually defended AA Aravos. I'll have you know. Try to stand up.
No, you turned on me when I started being racist. I remember. Don't forget.
I did. Yeah.
And rightfully so.
And whose fault is that?
Yours.
You're like, damn it. Oh, yes, finally. I have someone on my side. Oh, it's a half
when I
orc?
started
God damn it.
disparaging your entire race.
Like,
half his race.
Oh, my bad.
Wait, is Mel full orc or half orc?
He's half orc.
Yeah.
My bad. I apologize. I was only half right.
But the main revelation was that Cassius revealed that he's been in contact with a criminal organization that's very deadly, and that they contacted him about me or something like that. We were kind of fuzzy on the details, but...
Cassius was very fuzzy on the details, but I definitely found them at a bar, or they found me at a bar, and told me to leave you in the city, and they'll do the rest. And we're very, very ominous and shadowy.
Mm-hmm. Not.
Seems
you
all
weren't
fine,
allowed to say that in character, right?
Correct. He's not allowed to say what is happening in character. Otherwise, they have assured him that they will know.
Oh, and I told him not to go look at not to look up or ask questions about the organization when he goes to visit his family's library.
Yep.
I almost said to go visit his family, and then I realized how wrong that would have been.
All right.
And Zeke talked about his god, got everyone converted.
Not everybody converted.
That implies that somebody converted.
Yeah, at least Zeke has a god.
She's trying to say.
She's trying to say some of us just don't have a god.
Yeah.
Some people just blatantly disbelieve in them.
Yeah, who the hell does that?
Well, at least when I talk to the voices in my head, I know who I'm talking to.
Nice.
So, what is the plan after you all have had your meal together, got a little drunk, and probably all managed to actually sleep for a few hours?
Back to research/spell research at the family estate.
Okay.
Still got a couple days left on my item, right?
Yes.
I'll each day I'll keep checking with Sphinx and seeing if there's anything that she needs me to do, or like any errands she needs me to run while she's working on it.
Okay.
So.
I still had my father's chest that I needed to open.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
He is not your father. God damn it, Dan. Stop trying to make this canon. You've already got Tom saying it.
I forgot that he had a physical chest.
Just because you name your Path of Exile characters that doesn't mean that's what this is.
It's about planting the seed, Steve. It's Inception right now, okay?
No.
I didn't tell you.
Awful.
But you see
sorry.
Zeke's dad all the time.
This is my world.
Inception is like a plague. Once it happens, you don't even know it, and there's no stopping it. Okay?
But yeah, so I was interested in getting that chest open, and I wanted to do research at the library.
Okay.
Oh, and I needed to go find out more about the Spirit Mother, because I still have no idea what the hell the Spirit Mother is.
Okay. What do other people have? There's the chest, there's some research, there's some other research, there's some more other research.
I'd like... I don't know if I'd devote a full day to going to the library yet. I do want to go to the library at one point, with my new sort of like planar level up kind of thing, reflect like a little bit better look at the research with it, and just to see if I can find any further information on these Zimluva. And if Zeke's looking at the chest, I don't know if there's anything. We've already detected magic and everything on the chest, right? So it's just like a matter.
The chest is magical. The chest is like most likely arcane locked and potentially something else.
Okay. So and it doesn't have a key slot, is that correct? I don't remember how
it does not have a key slot.
Okay. So it's not just a matter of finding a key, it's actually figuring out some special way to open it.
So some form of abjuration is on this lockbox. I think it's abjuration. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right school.
I believe you did say abjuration, but
it should
probably
be.
Best.
I'm just, my brain is sometimes a little off on spell schools. Yeah, it's some form of abjurative magic. Some forms of abjurative magic.
So my two major things then, like, I would be talking with Boya's new wife, and to see if she actually has any insight on how I could improve my armor mechanics. And then I would also be looking at the magic items to see if there's anything that might unlock this chest. And
Okay.
also looking for anything that might help with scrying or hiding us from stuff like that.
Okay. Actually, let me get my correct notes up here real quick.
Oh, are we like meeting up tonight for dinner or something like that, or are we just doing our own things?
No, we did the one thing. I mean, at this point, now that we know that we're basically being hunted, Mal would have told you guys that just keep your heads low.
No. So I want to make this very clear that Cassius did not imply that you were being hunted. That is not what the implication from the previous night was. It was not that you are being hunted. It's that there is something that Cassius is required to do that has something to do with Aravos before you leave town.
That Arvos doesn't know about.
Correct.
He doesn't know about, and there was some like where he's connected to these people, but he doesn't even know how he's connected to
but
people.
the thing Cassius was very clear about was don't leave town.
But that's what I was saying. If we do leave town, the implication was that they would hunt us down, right?
That's not really been implied, but maybe. Or maybe they'll know you're leaving town. That's the part that Cassius would be unsure about in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe I missed this last. I thought we ended where I was saying like we need to leave as soon as possible, and Cassius didn't really have a response to that, or no one.
I was telling you that's probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
Oh, did we ever say like why?
He can't say why.
Well, I mean, as a party, when I thought it was like, why can't we just leave? And I don't know if anyone had a good response to that. I don't remember.
He like legit can't. Like we tried dispelling magic, and he just can't say.
No. I know, but I'm saying like as a group, did we like we were debating
In
like
character, nobody gave
did we,
specific reason.
Yeah.
Like, would we just be content with no one saying why we can't leave? We're just like, yeah, I guess we can't leave.
Well, we can leave if we leave Aravos. It's just you that can't leave.
Whoa.
But again, the rest of you don't entirely know that. You don't know no one guessed the exact conditions.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah. So I would just be a little paranoid, but I wasn't intending to leave soon, anyways. So I would still just be doing my normal stuff that we came here to do, and then we can figure that out later. Is the way that I was approaching.
I think it was implied like an estimate of 11 days or 12 days or however many days it is till the end of the month.
Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, because they did give me until the end of the month.
Correct.
I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Go grab some gum. On that door.
So is going to the library a thing the party wants to do together, or is it a thing that we want to have people do separately?
Well, Ross said she was going to go with me. I don't intend to spend like a full day there because I do also have some other things I need to attend to. But
Okay.
she said she would help me in doing some religious research.
Sounds like we're going as a party.
You said you were going to work on the chest. Did you want to do research for some reason?
Well, yeah, that's what I said. I have 2 things to do.
Okay. I missed the research part. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like, for the past 3 weeks, I've been trying to do that research on the secrets.
Okay.
On the connection between all the things.
Okay.
That I had discovered, like, 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
One of the main reasons we are coming to this library.
Oh, do the rooms come with complimentary food, or is that
no? Food is extra, but we're hand waving that basically for right now.
Okay.
All right. So then, party library session.
Arvos will not go unless specifically asked to. I'm doing spell research.
Okay.
Or using my family's research.
Okay. And what about
Sphinx?
Yeah,
but don't talk to your family about things you don't know about.
I'm still working on those stuff for Cassius.
Okay. Would anybody specifically go to get her, like, and say that they want her to come with, or are they just gonna assume business?
I'm gonna let her know.
I don't care either way. I'm just checking.
I'm gonna keep her up to date on what we're doing, and I'm gonna check in like every, like at least a couple of times a day, probably every 6 hours or so, just to see if there's anything she needs me to grab for her, or if she needs me to run and grab materials or anything like that.
Okay. All right. So the other 4 of you will head on over to the library. We'll have this happen all together. We'll say a couple of the other things you guys want to do will happen a little bit before and probably a little bit after, but you all pick kind of a time where you can get like little bits of the things taken care of. And you make your way to the library.
Are we meeting for are we going to be doing some kind of like dinner thing as a group, or because if not, I need to meet with Mal at some point tonight.
Okay.
Nothing
it was
super
just
serious.
the one dinner thing that Mal wanted to have, so that everyone could like let loose a little bit.
Okay.
But like it's not going to be a mandatory every night thing, no.
I need to make this clear. You cannot use the phrase night. Night doesn't happen. You are officially banned from stating I am doing this in the night. We are doing things in a time-based thing, and I will hand wave over when I hand wave things over. So for a few hours, like, you go to check on Spinks, or for like an hour, you go to check on Spinks to see if she's okay, because you say like, hey, I want to hit up the library with you guys. If you're going, Ra, so I'm going to run over and do this. Ra, presumably, like, you're just kind of like trying to keep in your mental focus and like kind of in your zone. I'm assuming like Dan, you're going through like this stuff, looking to see if any of the gear that's here is useful. You're asking around. Boren will tell you that like right now his wife is resting, but likely when you come back from whatever research you're doing, she will be able to help you identify what these things are.
Is there like a local colloquialism for like what would be equivalent of night here, or is it just
no?
Oh, okay.
There is no night. Night is not a conceptual thing here.
Well, I didn't know if there was like an easier term to use to signify.
No, because deliberately, like looking around this town, places don't have clocks. People keep clocks in private. If you're a business, you don't want clocks out front. You want people to like stick around for a while and like lose track of things because you're more likely.
So we live in a casino.
Exactly. That is the 100% way to think about. That is 100% the right way to think about how the daytime and the clocks work here. It wasn't what it was originally designed for, but a bunch of businesses all realized how they could capitalize off of this very, very quickly. And so this went from a like medium-sized like town to a very large city very, very quickly. So what I do want real quick from Zeke is I would like a knowledge arcana while working on this chest.
You said there was 30 hours in a day, correct?
Yes, but it is the effective equivalent of 24. They're just slated out differently.
That's 2.
Okay. You don't make much progress on trying to figure out what stuff is on this chest. And then after about that, the 4 of you can make your way to the library. Ra, are you going to warn them ahead of time about the restrictions that the library has?
Yeah, I'll let them know, like, if you want to go to the library, FYI, like, you basically gotta disrobe. But it's, like, normal. You don't feel weird about it, so just throwing that out there.
Alright, I guess I'll leave all my magic stuff with Sphinx then.
Okay.
Yeah, if she told us that ahead of time, I would leave a lot of my just normal clothing and stuff and armor locked up at the house, and I would just wear a robe that would be easier to take off.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just come in regular clothing too.
Okay.
Is there a there's like even the inn doesn't have like clocks, right?
Nope.
Okay. Is there? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Did they make you take your weapons off too?
Everything. So yes.
Well, perhaps I need to go to a different library that's not going to work, as we know. Is there other libraries in this town?
If you need to, I think I can stay where I need to stay.
I could be in there for a while. Can you suppress it for that long?
I think so.
What about you, Loudmouth?
I can show up in some interesting places if you'd like. But I'm interested in what it is you're about to learn about this. So I can do the same. It's a small favor I'll give you.
All right. I'll leave the 2 kids in the...
Okay. You will not be able to activate them for any of their abilities. Basically, they're going to spend their arcane pools to keep themselves like where they are. Because it can be done over a very long period of time, but they actively have to focus on staying away. And overriding the curse effect. And the 4 of you can make your way to the temple. You put everything away, disrobe, and head in. The temple is quite large. The library is fully stocked on the next floor up. And the shrine is ahead of you, with the pews slated throughout the room and the stage before the shrine. Are you heading straight to the library, or is there anything anybody wants to ask of the clergy?
I'm just going to go to the library.
Okay. All right, the 4 of you head up to the library. This library is intense and massive. There are shelves that are stacked at least 5 people tall, full of books on many subjects, many copies of books, so most people are not without a copy of something to find. And there are, like, certain things are sectioned off into different places, and some things are sectioned off into different religious sections. And there is one very special door that otherwise cannot be... There is a door that is off to one side, that is off to a corner in the Sashat region of the books. And that door is familiar to 2 of you, Cassius and Meldronicus. You've both seen this door before, but this door is there. You notice that most people seem to act like the door doesn't exist. but to the four of you, for some reason, that door is very clearly there. You see no one else interact with the door, no one else looks at the door, but the four of you can see that door.
Oh, so all of us can see it.
Yes.
That are okay.
But
That's
two of you
very interesting.
recognize that door.
I'm just walking past it unless these guys say something.
I'm gonna kind of look over at Mal and then like glance over to the door and see if he notices it.
Let me go in first.
Ah, so it's not just me.
Okay.
You guys see that?
I'm gonna pause before I go in, though. I need to think for a sec, both in character and out of character.
You're just looking at the door and asking if I see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A door to some room.
You see that too, then, Ra?
It has a bit of a shine to it. It's a large kind of wood outline door with a wood frame door. Also, the door itself is made of wood with some metal railing on the top and the sides and the bottom, and a large golden handle.
Yeah, I see the door too. I don't think I noticed this last time I was here.
You did not?
Huh. That's not too surprising, sort of.
Okay, I don't know if it works this way, but I think I'm gonna go in and I have my idea for what I want to find.
Okay. You open the door, and inside it is different than you've seen before.
Okay.
Inside is a much larger room with a small table in it, and two people are seated on the opposite side of the table. Oh God. He was right. Kandor, I hate it when you're right. Kandor looks up to the two of you. The two people here, one very tall, one about average humanoid size, with, what was it, dirty blonde hair?
Probably, that sounds about right.
And a, rather clean shaven.
At this point, who knows?
Looks very young. The taller gentleman has dark brown hair. Looks a little above middle age, probably in his late 40s. Has some like salt, a little bit of salt to the rest of his peppered hair. And the two of them look at the four of you. The tall one, with a sense of urgency and nervousness, and the other with a bit of excitement and probably some level of hope. This is going to be me, Kandor, not you, Kandor, because you're you. You're substantial right now. You don't get to be Kandor.
That's fine. Are there any clocks in here, then?
No. This is very scaled back. I suppose I should have you all come in and take a seat. Are all six of you here? Kandor, you said it's six? Yeah, it's supposed to be six, but it looks like four? Why are there only four? Get in here. Get in here quickly. Come on!
All right, I go in.
Who the hell are these people?
I'll explain in a minute. Get in here. Get in. Come on.
Okay.
Come.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of time. Now listen. Everything has gone wrong, and you guys are what I have left to fix it. What I have left that I can reach out to fix it. There's no other substantiality. There's none whatsoever. Well, there is, but I can't do anything because they're away from where I can get to. The house is lost. We lost the house. Shit, you don't understand. You'll understand, but you won't understand. Okay.
Are you a realtor?
Let's start with the beginning. My name is Maldronicus. I command this unit. Who are you?
Right. You're not entirely the same, so you won't medic. I am Kandor, and this is Abram Narenhawk. We are probably the oldest people you've met yet.
You don't look very old to me.
Yes. Thank you.
I'll have a shocked face because I got Candor being potentially super evil in my notes.
From what I've been watching, the 6 of you have been dealing with this problem in the Northern Mountains. Is that correct?
This is why we have come here.
Okay.
Do all 6 of us need to be here?
Tactical retreat, as you might call it, to a library with more information.
No, not a tactical retreat. That's the smartest thing. The best thing you can do is learn. And I am going to tutor you. As much as I can, maybe? I don't know. I've looked through the books. Some of the stuff isn't in the books. I'm a little worried and a little bit excited? No, I probably shouldn't say that. But yes, excited I think is the word. Now, everything from this point forward is unwritten. I can't change it, I can't fix it, I can't put it back together.
Then how do you know it's broken?
Because I know how it's supposed to be. There are 4 people doing the job of 5 different people now. And there are the 6 of you that didn't exist last time. And there are 2, there are 3 me's this time, and 2 of several other people.
If I ask you what you mean by that, am I going to be more confused than I already am?
I don't know that you're ready to have it explained to you.
Thank you.
What you're about to go after is potentially the most dangerous thing you're going to encounter. At first, it's not going to seem that way. But it is. Are you familiar with... No, you won't be. There's no books on them. You would have searched the library and found nothing.
What, the Spirit Mother?
No. What? No, that's not important at all.
That's why I'm here. What? Oh, okay.
She is a mistake. She's not supposed to have existed.
Whoa.
She is a mistake.
Should I stop listening to her then? What?
You do what you want to do. I always do weird things.
I don't know how a mistake could be regarded as someone who helps those in need of it.
So, you know how sometimes people get powers and you don't expect them to get powers? Sometimes the manifestation of ideas can sometimes gain their own powers, and something like, I don't know, an augury stone can somehow become one of the powerful gods of the world. And he looks over at Zeke when he says that.
Well...
So, what you are currently looking into is something that has existed in this time twice now. It has knowledge of what was and knowledge of what currently is. That means it will know some of what you maybe are going to do. I wasn't paying attention to what the military was doing back then. It wasn't really important. Their scope seemed unimportant as long as Harcourt and his crew failed, or as long as Harcourt and his crew succeeded. But they failed, and then they failed again, and now we're here. Harcourt. He's a... Do I call him a friend? He was a friend at one point. He died twice. He died 2.5 times.
Me and him would be good friends.
So, what you need to know here is you are going up against what should be, or once was, abyssal creatures, but these are not it. These are undead creatures, but they are undead in a special way, and they are a very specific type of undead creature. These things consume your brain. They want your thoughts. And the Kashran has learned to season thoughts. You know how sometimes, you get a real juicy thought? Now imagine all of your thoughts become real juicy. These things want to make it nice and juicy in your brain. Kandor, quit with the juicy brain thing. It's right. It's important that you understand a few things. 1, don't let it grab you. If you get grabbed, you're basically dead. Also, don't look into its eyes. If you look into its eyes, you're basically dead.
You're not talking about the little dog things, are you?
No, the dog things are whatever. You guys should be able to wipe those up without trying. Just don't stand around them for too long, otherwise that howl's going to really make you not exist.
Excuse me. What?
Yes, you will stop existing. People won't remember you, they'll forget about you, you'll just become nameless. Don't let them howl. If the howl starts to get to you, I would suggest beating a major retreat. Otherwise, clean them up quickly, everything should be fine. The guards... Go ahead. Yes.
So your advice is in regards to the main one, the one with the scary voice and the really just
that thing,
makes you send like a really cold shiver up your spine. That one?
Yes.
the one that screamed in my brain before.
Yes, I did hear that.
Huh?
Yes.
You weren't there.
I was, but I wasn't.
Are you a reckless?
No. I'm you.
What?
Yes.
Is this some sort of like religious thing?
No. Religion is never a part of what I'm
or-
doing. Especially since, most of my friends have left. Or been replaced.
Okay, so let's lay this out clearly, because sometimes my party doesn't exactly process things on a high level. No, I'm just kidding. I love
You're right. I
guys.
didn't spend weeks dissecting these things and
Yeah.
getting bit by them. You're right. I didn't do that.
They don't understand science sometimes. It's a very delicate and long process.
This isn't science either. I need you to understand. This is magic.
No, it's science. It's science. But like, I wouldn't expect you to understand science either. It's a very science-minded.
I understand science. I probably understand
Look,
science more.
we're on topic. So anyways, science.
I am the most profound scientist of this world.
I see.
Now, can we get to the topic here? I'm
Yes,
trying to inform you
that is what I
how
was
not
trying to get
to
at.
die.
That is what I was trying to get at.
Do you want to die?
I do not.
Not again. No.
Okay.
So let's lay this out. So
Yes.
there's the big scary one. The big scary one.
The
do not
biggest
get grabbed
scary
by-
one. The one that will grab you
Yes.
by your head and suck out your brains.
Yes, I understand. So the big scary one, we do not look him in the eyes. We do not
Correct.
get grabbed by him. That is the
Correct.
big scary one. The doggos, you maybe pet and then cut their heads off. They die very easily. What is in between?
In between are what you saw at the gate. These you'll probably see more of as you enter the cave. These ones can see you no matter what side of them you stand on. These things will also want to eat your brain. They also devour it. But they are much better at grabbing you, but much worse at keeping hold on you. Well, not much better. They are much better than the dogs at grabbing hold of you. They also have the tentacles that float around them can grab you, but they still have to pull you in for you to be eaten. It takes a lot more effort for them to eat you. It is important to know that don't bother with electricity, don't bother with fire, don't bother with acid. These things are probably inefficient ways to get rid of them.
Okay.
So effectively, they can
But
see
they are-
everything and they're resistant to all of our skills. So how are we supposed to hurt them?
They're still evil, though, right?
They are still evil.
Cool.
The best way to eliminate them is to not use what they have good defenses against. So my suggestion would be to, 1, use whatever skills you have that aren't acid, fire, or electricity. And 2, minimize spells that are easily manipulated by anti-spell people. These are creatures that do have some resistance to magic. The positive news is that they're not magically enhanced. Many of them are not running around with a lot of magical gear. So you won't have that to contend with. But they are implicitly very powerful.
And they are undead as well. Or are
Yes.
they no longer undead?
Abyssal.
They are.
Or abyssal.
They are not technically abyssal. This is why you will have problems. They are outsiders. They come from the abyss, but they are manipulated manifestations of a powerful being. Well, you'll probably be somewhat familiar with the Kashrin. Or the Kashrim. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if people are still worshipping that creature anymore. Giant, evil, tentacle-faced thing, worshipped by drow. Not ringing a bell? No?
Knowledge religion or
Yeah, knowledge religion.
Right, I don't.
I can't say that I'd ever seen a drow either.
Nope, don't really know. The Kashrin is not a standard religion.
Is that the thing that was in our minds?
No. He doesn't typically talk directly to people since he's moved to the abyss. But what you probably saw was the creature that is within the tunnels, that is deep within the tunnels. I'm very fortunate that I was able to see it through your eyes, Cassius. Otherwise, I might not be able to get this message to you.
You talking about that mummy?
No, the mummy is totally different. You'll deal with the mummy thing later. You gotta deal with this right now first. I hope you'll deal with the mummy thing later. You could die.
What tunnels?
The tunnels. The purple tunnels. Come on, boy. God damn it, what'd I do? Build a dumb one this time?
I didn't know that they were tunnels. I thought it was just kind of like an open area thing.
Oh god, I built a dumb one.
Is his
intel 9? Can somebody tell me? Is his intel 9?
The hell? What do you mean 9? 9 out of what?
9 out of 10?
No!
No, I don't.
I mean,
9 out of roughly
I'd agree with
18.
18 what?
Int!
It's a weird scale. Who would write a scale out of 18? That doesn't make any sense.
It goes higher than that if you get other things, but most things aren't getting above 18. Look,
I mean, unless you get bit by one of the dogs.
Look, this is the last hope. I need to at least get this country back to where it should relatively be before shit gets bad.
Gets bad?
Yes.
So do you have a weapon to help us fight them?
No, I don't have any weapons. Our house was destroyed. Did you miss that part?
Did you tell us that part?
Yes! I said it when you first came in, but you probably weren't listening. You asked if I was a realtor.
I heard you say something
did.
about the house, but now I actually have a little bit more context of why you're here. It makes more sense.
That's why we're stuck in this little room with this little table. What's left of all the things from our house is stored in this table.
Well,
What?
Yes, I had to put the books away.
I look underneath the table.
There's nothing under the table.
You storing wood or
No.
some kind of magic?
He
Or just like
he touches the table and like pulls out a book and then puts the book back down on the table. Why am I always so fascinated by this? You, and he points over at you, Zeke. You should also be trying to toy with this thing. No, not this time. A reserved version.
What? Zeke, you been here before?
I don't remember how I had heard about Kandor.
No, that's not why he's saying this though. He's referencing your previous characters, fourth dimensionally.
Oh well, no, I understood that.
Oh, okay, got it.
I mean,
Yeah.
You were replying that to Cassius. I remember how you know about me. I wish you'd stop journaling about wanting to kill me.
Huh? Oh, wait, are you a mage?
Zeke wants me dead. He thinks I'm evil. I don't know that I'm evil. Last I checked, I'm not evil. I'm still neutral. Though there was that time I borrowed my son's body.
Huh?
I mean,
Wait, never mind. I don't know if I
check
wanna know.
for you if you're really concerned.
Can we hold up for just a sec? Sorry, I need to
Sure.
just take this. Hello?
Should I go look for my phone for a couple of minutes? I'm gonna check the trash.
So you've checked
again.
everywhere?
I've I feel like
Gross,
I have.
but-
I've checked. Well, my daughter likes to put things in the trash can, so like part of my mind was like maybe she grabbed it and I didn't notice it, and then like put it in the trash. Should be really yucky, but I'm
And
gonna
she probably
go.
wouldn't have told you. She did grab it anyways.
Definitely no. All right, we'll see real fast.
Bribe her with some Lunchables. Tom, what are you doing?
I mean, it's just like a random fidget toy that Anne had.
Oh, I was like, what is that? Like a sticky hand thing?
No, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like that, I guess. But
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I'm just seeing like this thing wrapping around your finger. I'm like, what is he?
yeah, I don't know. The cats like it.
Of course they do. No water keys. No, actually, I'm not.
So we're going to attack Candor, right?
That was
For
annoying.
being a spellcaster. Oh, hey.
I hate having to resort to these things. All right, listen.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you guys feel like you need to know? I think I've given you enough. I don't want to interact too much. I'm getting the sense that when I'm here, things just get worse in a lot of ways. I was trying to minimize my appearance elsewhere, but that all burned to the ground anyway.
Well, you've told us that our answers are not answers, but you've given us no new answers to address that.
I have given you new answers. I've given you weaknesses. Weaknesses are answers. If you know something is strong or weak, if you know what your own weaknesses are, you can overcome your own weaknesses. You are a leader. You should understand that. Ooh. Candor, what is with you? It's hard, okay? Harcourt died twice. I put too much faith in him. I've looked around. I thought I had the right thing. No one seems to be doing anything right anymore. And I can't get out of this. I'm trapped here. I've only got this 2-bit book that only has half of what I need. And I've lost 2 other items. The monocle is gone. I have no way to identify substantiality anymore without casting it.
Casting substantiality?
Yes. I have to spend time trying to identify who's substantial and who's not, very, very slowly. I cannot simply scour the world for them. I will be so far delayed. That is why this is so important. I don't know where the next ones are going to be. I'm going to be so behind on keeping records. Wait.
Why don't you do some of that time stuff that Heracles was doing?
Heracles is never going to be successful at that. Don't think I haven't tried. I made a whole boat that could roll back time. It was very dangerous. It's part of why we're in this mess in the first place. I still haven't figured it out. But I know
boat?
Teddy has to be involved.
Who's a
Reckless is
boat?
involved.
No, shit. I shouldn't have said that. Let's stay on focus, okay? I have a
Harcourt?
lot of stuff I have to find. I've got to find where the next ones are going to be. You guys need to focus on the task at hand. I've given you information. The taller ones with the floaty arms all around them that have no arms themselves, those ones can see in all directions. They don't care if their eyes are obscured. They have immunity to acid and fire. They care a lot less about electricity, and they want to eat your brains. And they are focused on grabbing you. That's the regular size. That's the floaty ones. Yes, you had a
Didn't really
question.
find that out?
You had a question. Matic? Zeke, thank you.
Who?
It's fine.
Is that your sir?
It gets confusing.
Is that your surname?
So that we know your information is accurate, there's a chest I'm trying to get into. Can you tell me how to get into
I
it?
don't know
If
what
you
your chest is. I've lost the ability to see properly. I lost the house, okay? I don't have the house anymore, so I can't see what you're doing or what well, I can see what I'm doing, but I'm not looking at the chest. I'm spending a lot of time with guns all of a sudden. I don't understand what my new fascination with guns is. Who the fuck do I think I am? Ken Casey? This isn't Ken Casey
what?
35.
No. Whoa. Don't you denigrate Ken Casey?
Ken Casey
Also,
is a
guns
terrible
are my
hero.
thing. What? Have you not seen his movies?
I've seen every one of them. Several of them
They're
I had to watch
fantastic.
with him. Have you ever had to watch a movie with the person who starred in it? It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible.
No, but I do have this fancy Sparrow gun.
Yes. Steve got his
I know
little
that.
gun contract after he survived.
Yeah, I know about all the Ken Casey lore. An avid Ken Casey fan.
Ugh, disgusting. I cannot believe I made a Ken Casey fan.
What do you mean made? What are you talking about?
Okay,
What are
so
you, my dad?
so
I thought I killed you.
in this world, in this world, sometimes people have ancestries beyond just their ancestors.
Okay, that makes about as much sense as everything else you've said today.
Okay. Why is your spirit one not here? She would get it. She would get it.
Talk about Sphinx.
Yes. Is that her name?
Yeah.
I
you
only
need
know
to
her
get
as a little kobold or a big orc. Oh, I think once she was a dragon person.
Oh,
You guys don't know what dragons are anymore. Crap.
no, yeah, like the things from Dragon's Cove, the ones that Resix and like mind control them and all that.
Oh, yes, you read that book. Right. I forgot. I almost forgot about that. Okay.
Are you spying on us too?
Always. But not anymore. Not as much. I can't. It's harder. Look, I can see what you do all the time, but not all the time. There's like a delay. There's like a delay, you know? Like, you can't see right now. You have to wait for the footage to catch up.
Like you as in me, or you as in like
We're the same, but we're different. I would be
As
you
in
right now if you
humanoid?
weren't me. Or no. You would be me right now if you weren't you.
I saw him put his hand on the table and make a book happen, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to put my hand physically inside of the table and start rummaging for something.
You're going to try to
drink.
put your hand inside of the table.
That's what he did, right? He
Yes.
like reached inside of it or something.
Cassius disappears.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck just happened?
Your friend put himself inside the table. I tell people not to reach in. I forgot to tell him that. Hold on. And he reaches onto the table and he pulls Cassius out of the table.
So,
Don't reach into it. It has things that you pull out of it. You don't reach in, you pull things out of it. I know it sounds similar, but it's actually very different.
It's not an extra dimensional space. It's
It
not like
is,
that,
but
or
it isn't. It's not. Abram, don't. Can you. Okay. Let me try to explain this as best I can. Extra dimensional space allows you to store things in it. This is like a linking point to extra dimensional space elsewhere. So you summon things from that extra dimensional space, and this is just kind of a single doorway platform to reach a specific extra dimensional point.
Sounds like something Mal would want to take.
Sure, like a bandit stealing other people's stuff.
No, it only comes from my extra dimensional area. So I've produced a very large extra dimensional area, and I can reach into that extra dimensional area to pull things out of it. It took a long time to put this together. It doesn't do well with organic material, so I'm glad Cadnor took you out of there quickly. because it's pretty much a quick suffocation hazard. I really should have remembered to tell you guys. I'm sorry. You're fine though. We got you out.
Do you guys have anything to drink? Something preferably very strong.
I have this, and he pulls a. I think he put that in there. I think the bottle with there is a bottle of something to drink in there that's terrible.
Why would
I don't remember
something
if he ended up putting that bottle in the I don't think he did. Never mind. Then all that's in there is like very cheap soda.
I mean, you could have had
And
a copy
chips.
of it. Oh, no liquor.
No, they didn't bring any liquor. And we've been surviving off of what we have. One of us is eventually going to have to make a trip out there. At least this connects to Krazizen. It could have been worse. Other places we probably would be in a lot more trouble. But I'm not very well liked around here. And nobody, I think, knows you, Abram, right? I don't know. I don't know who knows me anywhere anymore. You fucked up time 3 times, Kandor. I only fucked it up twice. The 3rd time wasn't my fault. Anyway, that's not the point. Can we get back on the topic? You're just making this confusing. We're spending a lot of time. Do you guys understand the threat you're dealing with? I would say that for one of these things, it is probably, for one of these creatures, the middle creature that we're talking about, it is probably at or around your equal fighting prowess. For the other one, it is probably substantially above your fighting prowess, but your teamwork should be able to get you through. Also, I believe from what I've watched of you, Cassius, one of you is like significantly balanced, unquestionably, and I wonder why more of us haven't ended up like delving into his power type, but I don't know. It doesn't seem as interesting. I think there was one, right? Who remembers Sia? Sia was one of them, right?
Wasn't that one of like
Or
one
was
of
she
Blades or something?
what?
Did he mention that she was a Blade? I can't remember if that was.
I don't think you knew about the name. I don't think you knew her name. I don't remember. There's too much. There's too much to keep track of.
What's a Sia?
It was a party member, a friend of mine, sort of. She was a very angry, like, person. She could break magic. Everything sort of fell apart, though, after that.
That seems like a problem.
It is a problem. It's why we're here. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm here trying to get things fixed. We need to back off the Kashram from this region. You're the last group I have to do it. I cannot contact the other group. And so this is it. I have to hope Druggy Me can do whatever he's going to do over there just fine.
The hell, you're relying on a drug addict?
I have a tendency to go for things that like have major complications. They have to be somewhat broody, but also like, I don't know, gotta have some sort of defect.
Got him.
It appears I didn't like that.
I feel like I should be offended.
It is kind of true, though.
No, I know. I mean, Cassius says
okay.
that.
Are very clearly your last resort, because I don't otherwise know why you'd be taking this to us.
You are the last resort. If I could have at least gotten the item together that I needed, I could have identified better how the structure of all this got put together, and then I'd have a much better path for unwinding it. But I have no further path for unwinding it anymore. We just have to fight the problems as they come. I can no longer be one step ahead of everything. I am now always going to be at least 2 steps behind. I need actual heroes, and let's face it, you're, I think, the closest thing this world has right now.
Oh, shucks.
The problem is you need to do something about the fact that no matter how you arrange yourselves, you keep ending up with somebody who works against your best interest and is so self-interested they cannot be stopped.
You talking about the evil guy with
There's
us?
one in every time this arrangement happens, even if they're masquerading as not.
Wait, one of us is masquerading as evil?
No.
Then
Previously,
wait.
historically, it has happened that every time one of you, as you people have gotten together, there has always been one of you that is either evil or masquerading as something else.
Sorry, I thought you meant there was somebody else evil in our party.
No. That I'm aware of, only one of you. The rest of you have reasonable motives most of the time.
I feel like I'm over here like, they're not supposed to know that, but I didn't say anything.
Oh, Cassius is just making assumptions based off of the interactions he's had with them.
Yeah, but he's basically flat out saying someone in the party is evil, and well, we all know he's
I just assumed it was.
fairly
He
not
just assumed it
hiding
was common knowledge. He just assumed everybody else saw the same interaction that he did.
So, I think... Do we have any more questions on the original topic? I don't think I have time to explain all the rest of the details of how I know this, or what I know, or whatever else. Maybe one day, you all can come back here, we can have a nice little chit-chat about this. But right now, this is important. If we can at least accomplish this, then I might have an opportunity to give you some more help on other things.
So what you're asking us to do is to go into the purple area and beat this thing in the tunnels?
Yes.
And the thing in the tunnels is what we can't look in the eyes?
Yes, don't look in its eyes, don't let it grab you.
Okay.
It can kill you with its sight, and it can eat your brains. It can also explode your mind, but it's not as powerful as having it eaten.
Oh, joy.
And this has the same resistances?
Yes, electricity and fire are what it's immune to. It's not particularly harmed by acid. And it is very resistant to spells. Very, very resistant to spells. I understand if you don't want to do it right away. That's not my expectation. But I will tell you that right now, I think it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. You're here to research this anyway. So I think I've helped you shortcut a lot of the book reading you'd have to do and finding nothing. Yes.
Also, so we're in Krazizen right now, right?
No. And yes.
Well,
you are in my extra-dimensional library shared space with Sishat. When Sishat took her place, I needed a place to keep my books. She wanted my books to be accessible by people in a time of special circumstances. Anyone who was considered to be substantial, was our agreement, should have the ability to find this place should they look hard enough. Or if there is a great enough urgency. The idea is that I can instruct the substantials to whatever the substantial issues are.
Like making sure that we don't die if we try to leave Krazizen, right?
Yes, it would be a good idea if you cleared that up before you got out of here. My personal opinion is you cast off the shithead, but I'm sure you have some kind of attachment to him because I'm pretty sure I rolled a character with an int of 8 or 9.
I'm going to look around and see if he's looking at one of the other party members.
He's looking at you.
What kind of attachment?
Well, he's useful. He still has his uses.
Suppose so.
Often that means that people are less willing to get rid of him. Isn't that right? Mal, is it?
That is my name, yes.
He's still useful. One of you's even signed a contract with him.
Ah, that explains a lot. I'm assuming he's looking at who I think he's looking at,
Yes.
right?
Well, maybe he didn't sign, but there was a contract of sorts, right? Yeah, anyway, you should keep that to yourself.
I thought he just had a thing for you.
I mean, that could be as well. He does probably cover up his true feelings with racism.
That explains why he likes casting touch range spells on you.
Precisely.
All right, this conversation got a little too awkward for my liking. Can we move on?
Okay, good.
Quickly, business.
Win, is there anything that I could do for you? Wait, there is. I always give gifts. I don't always give gifts. Well, I always give at least one gift. So, what could I give here? What do I have? Hold on. He reaches back down, pulls up a book, flips through some pages. What would be helpful? What would be helpful? Fuck. This is all fourth shit. No. No.
He just touches the table and this thing comes out.
Yeah, he just reached down and pulled it out. Like he was reaching down and grabbing the tip of whatever it is and then pulling it out.
I'm gonna try to mimic that and see if they were lying about anything to drink in there. This is giving me a massive headache.
You can pull out a glass of water. Hey, hold on. We're really short on water. Please not the water. Take the juice. Ask for juice.
Grab some juice.
Good. Okay. I don't remember this one. I think this'll work. What if it does the other thing?
This?
And he reaches into the book and he peels something off of the book. And as he peels this two-dimensional object from the book, it becomes three-dimensional. And it looks almost like a bandana. And he will toss it to you, Maldronicus. And he'll say, this should at least help with not having to look at it. It will, if you put it over your eyes, it will blind you, but you'll be less blind. Like, it will... It is said by many monks that the only true way to open one's eyes is to close them. That is the concept behind this object.
I'm like not gonna test it out here because I don't want to make a fool of myself in front of everyone. So I kind of just like take it and I'm like, we will try to make the best use of it.
Excellent.
So should we tell the other people to come here, or
No, that's not important.
all right?
What's important is you share the info. You get any preparations you have done, and you figure out what you're going to do about this whole evil situation. And then
how long did you say we had?
I don't know. I have no track of time in here.
Oh, thought you said
Some number
some
of
amount of
days.
time.
To deal with the purple. I don't know. This timeline is wrong. Everything is wrong. I cannot follow it anymore, and the only items I have that could have are destroyed now.
Well, I've got this. I'm gonna like pull out the scroll thing and then like kind of show them. I don't know if any of these will help.
Maps. These are useful, but not helpful in this regard. But this is, again, different. I wasn't following this region for very long, but I know before, and he'll start pointing out some things. Before, the military camp was here. In the last line. Before it all reset, the camp was here. They were preparing for the invasion of Akunsant. But, for some reason, in this line, the camp is further north, and they were not in preparations for an attack on Akunsant. Now, I'm not sure exactly why. I only remember looking at the outer map before. It seems like that has changed. Something is different here, and I'm not sure what caused the differences unless other forces were playing a role in it. I know that many of the denizens of Stevelo are from the Abyss, and so maybe they were influencing the camp's location.
The Dark Militia is doing, probably?
No, probably not. I don't know what this Dark Militia is, but okay, so creatures in the Abyss are not subject to the same time that we are. So if time goes backwards here, they're in the same time. But this is not in the same time. This is now back. Or if it goes forward, they don't go forward, they stay where they're at. This plane moves time separate from everything else outside of it. So they have the ability to now have, in the past, made changes to the future. And I've negated a lot of those, but here seems to be the most problems. There is something here that's important to them, and for some reason, it is important for them to conquer it. I believe Akunsant may be what their ultimate goal is, but according to this map, the spread looks wrong. The spread looks like it's moving eastward more than it's moving southward.
As far as we could tell.
And what is this shifters thing? Wait, hold on. You encountered them a few times, right? It's hard to remember your memories. Really must have a low intel. These are like werewolves, were-creatures, creatures that move back and forth, druids, something like that. Yes? And do you know that if they're fighting each other, right? I think that's what last you knew. Yes. Yes. Good. Fine. Whatever. Okay. If I come up with anything else, I don't have a way to call you. Yes. I guess that's it. Do you all have any questions?
Nothing that I don't think will lead to more questions.
Good. There are other substantials now that I believe need their time, so you all should step out so they can get some of their time.
Okay.
Very good. On your way. Thank you.
Step out.
Step out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is where we'll go to break, and then we'll see what is going on with Arabos. See you shortly.